Hi, my name is Neil Davidson, and I'm the founder and CEO of ADCT Technologies. We've been working for several years now to integrate direct air capture into data centers with what we're calling data center carbon capture. Now, the potential of combining data centers with direct air capture is huge. And our modeling shows that by 2050, data centers could be removing as much as 5% of the CO2 that the world emits annually today, each and every year. But more importantly, we've shown that it can be done profitably and at scale. To do this, we've developed a technology stack that consists of capturing the energy that a data center has just used to power its servers as heat, and putting that now captured heat to work as the input energy for direct air capture. This means that almost all of the energy used by the data center is reused to remove CO2 directly from the atmosphere. Next to profitability, scale is our goal, and we have developed our business model with both in mind. We are patented or patent pending on a variety of key technologies that are necessary to operate and deploy data center carbon capture. So for the bigger data center operators, we expect to end up licensing our technology and pursuing licensees to provide services to data center operators globally. In addition, we will be operating a carbon capture as a service model, providing the necessary hardware and operations required to install, capture, and sequester CO2 using data center carbon capture. We're presently raising funds to build our first deployment in an environment known for its wasteful operations, a Bitcoin mine. This will allow us to showcase our capabilities while generating revenues as we test the first deployment. Once operating, we will then focus on scale and putting our technology into every data center and Bitcoin mine in the world. But more importantly, even with the Bitcoin price today, our solution is so efficient that we can mine Bitcoin and still be profitably removing CO2 from the atmosphere. And yes, in what may be one of the biggest ironies in climate tech today, Bitcoin mines can be transformed into profitable carbon removal machines, meaning that all the energy consumed to mine Bitcoin will be used to capture carbon as well. And as profit motives go, that's pretty good. So much like a lot of the companies you've heard from and you'll hear from today, this is very important work. And we are confident in saying that making carbon capture profitable means that data center carbon capture is the killer app that carbon capture and the world needs to beat climate change. Thank you very much for your time.
So like with some of the biggest data center providers in the world is basically Google, Amazons of this world, who are, I think, relatively good in optimizing already their data center. Who's like your main industry that you're focusing on where you say, hey, here we can really have a big impact aside from what you mentioned with Bitcoin?
Well, after Bitcoin, it is, of course, it's your Googles, your Amazons, and your Facebooks and folks like that. And one of the main goals we have is to actually kickstart the means to deploy this as a standardized technology, so that the data center industry is nice and complicated in some ways. You have your Googles installing hardware into third-party facilities. To get those third-party facilities up and running using carbon capture, it's going to take more than just someone saying, hey, we want this. It will need, hey, we want this, and the capability to actually do it. So to actually deploy at scale, our goal is to provide those capabilities to the entire industry. So not just Bitcoin, but pretty much anyone who has a data center, including your Google, Microsoft, Facebooks, and the folks who they deploy with.